And welcome back to more Portal 2. So last time, we made it further into the abandoned part of the Aperture Science Labs. So this time, we need to make a way over there. First of all, so let's try to figure this out. It actually is a lot easier than I originally thought it would be. Literally all we have to do is drop down here, and on the way up, we need to place a portal. That's literally all there was to it. So this door is locked, so let's go over here, and I guess flip these two switches, and yeah, we are free to move on. This is kind of ominous looking, with this large structure looming over us. I do like this atmosphere in this part of the game. The puzzles are very complicated, so I don't necessarily have the best memories of this area, but visually I think it's still very impressive. I like how it has a very, ominous atmosphere, especially right now that we don't really have a companion character beyond pre-recorded messages. So yeah, we're basically on our own, so it gives a very different vibe from the rest of the game.
Greetings, friend. I'm Cave Johnson, CEO of Aperture Science. You might know us as a vital participant in the 1968 Senate hearings on missing astronauts. And you've most likely used one of the many products we invented, but that other people have somehow managed to steal from us. Black Mesa can eat my bankrupt...
Sir, the testing?
Right. Now you might be asking yourself, Cave, just how difficult are these tests? What was in that phone book of a contract I signed? Am I in danger? Let me answer those questions with a question. Who wants to make $60 cash? You can also feel free to relax for up to 20 minutes in the waiting room, which is a damn sight more comfortable than the park benches most of you were sleeping on when we found you. So, welcome to Aperture. You're here because we want the best, and you're it. Nope. Couldn't keep a straight face. Anyway, don't smudge up the glass down there. In fact, why don't you just go ahead and not touch anything unless it's test related?
So, first of all, we can't make it over there. There is a door. I remember on a recent test playthrough, I spent a long time trying to fling myself across, and I would often fall into the void. So yeah, just a heads up, we can't make it there yet. So instead, what we have to do is use this little slope here, and launch ourselves to the control room. So let's hope this works. And it did.
Oh, hi. Say, you're good at murder. Could you, murder this bird for me? Oh. Oh, thanks. Did you feel that? That idiot doesn't know what he's doing up there. This whole place is going to explode in a few hours if somebody doesn't disconnect him. I can't move, and unless you're planning to saw your own head off and wedge it into my old body, you're going to need me to replace him. We're at an impasse. So what do you say? You carry me up to him and put me back into my body, and I stop us from blowing up and let you go. No tricks. This potato only generates 1.1 volts of electricity. I literally do not have the energy to lie to you. Even if I am lying, what do you have to lose? You're going to die either way. Look, I don't like this any more than you do. In fact, I like it less because I'm the one who got partially eaten by a bird. I think I hear the bird. Pick me up. You stabbed me. What is wrong with you? Do you have a multimeter? Never mind. The gun must be for magnesium. It feels like I'm outputting an extra half a volt. Keep an eye on me. I'm going to do some scheming. Here I go. Oh, where are we? How long have I been out? That extra half volt helps, but it isn't going to power miracles. If I think too hard, I'm going to fry this potato before we get a chance to burn up in the atomic fireball that little idiot is going to...
Alright, so we have an unlikely alliance with GLaDOS. Now, the path is open, so we can actually launch ourselves across. Hopefully. Cool.
Did anything happen while I was out?
The testing area is just up ahead. The quicker you get through, the quicker you'll get your $60.
Hold on. Who? Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson. Why did I just... Who is that? What the hell is going on here?
Alright, so this is new. We have orange gel now. So let's figure out what this does. First of all, let's use the orange gel on this ramp, and from here, this basically will let us run really fast, like this, and launch ourselves across. So, at this point, we need to basically get the orange shell into this hallway as well, I think? Yeah, that sounds right. Again, as a reminder, I am not really well versed in this part of the game, so, yeah. Expect, some points where I don't fully remember what to do. And this isn't even one of the tough test chambers. This one is actually really easy, I'd say, from what I recall. There's a couple in particular I'm really worried about, in terms of overall difficulty. Oh hey, we need that. Let's get this cube, and from here, I guess just make our way back to where we saw the button over there. Cool. So yeah, I feel like this is one of the tougher parts of the game, partly because I don't remember it very well, and because of the overall complexity of everything. This isn't the absolute toughest part of the game. Obviously that would be the final part of the game. I guess, spoilers, there is still more after this. Again, this game likes to mix things up quite a bit, and having GLaDOS and a potato battery accompanying us definitely is an example of trying to mix things up. Alright, so we made it across. So now what? I think we need to launch ourselves upwards. So instead of going across the ramp, I'm going to very carefully make our way over here, and then run through the portal. Like this. And that worked. This doesn't seem to be on a time limit, thankfully, so we didn't have to rush too much through the door.
Okay, I guess emotional outbursts require more than 1.6 volts. Now we know that. We just need to relax. We're still going to find out what the hell's going on here, but calmly.
So, this room requires both kinds of gel. So that works. Let's see. So, first of all, we basically need to get a running jump across. Will that reach? It does. Cool. So with that set up, we need to then use this in order to be able to launch. I feel like I didn't do that correctly, obviously, and I see what I did wrong. We actually need to use the blue gel through this portal, so it doesn't cover the entire runway. So let's do this again. Like so. Luckily, there is like a grate here, so you can't fall through by accident. Also, that would make it too easy because then you would just portal to the other side. So let's try this. I like how there are little helpful diagrams to tell you what to do. I feel like that's very suspicious. Like, we'll have to portal through there, and I think I see where to portal from. Alright, so, that's a blue portal there, and there is a clear, walkway piece, so this will probably work. Let's see, that's orange, so we need orange. Again, with puzzles like this, I like to really make sure I'm setting up the right portal so I don't mess everything up.
Great
Nice.
job, astronaut, war hero, and Olympian. With your help, we're gonna change the world. This on? Hey, listen up down there. That thing's called an elevator, not a bathroom.
I swear I know him.
If you're interested in an additional $60, flag down a test associate and let him know. You could walk out of here with 120 weighing down your bindle if you let us take you apart, put some science stuff in you, then put you back together.
This is definitely one of the test chambers I distinctly remember, and not necessarily for the most positive reasons. This is one that I find really convoluted. Like, it's cool. Like when I say things like, "Oh, this test chamber is really complicated," I mean that as a good thing. For the record, I mean that's really well designed and really cool how it's set up. But that being said, it's also very, very complicated and slightly confusing to navigate. So, we'll see how this goes. I only have very vague memories of what to do, including collecting that cube to use over there, to move that platform facing downwards, upwards, so we can instead launch all the way across. So yeah, that's the gist of it, but the problem is, how do we make that actually happen? And I have some ideas. I don't know if they're necessarily good ideas in this case, but we'll give it a try. Alright, we have little arrows telling us to go this way, so let's follow the arrows. Launch ourselves all the way across. Wow, this was a lot easier than I remember it being. But we're not done yet. We still need to get the cube over there. Like so. Wow, why did I think this was so difficult the first time I did this? Probably because this room is so big and open, and thus it's kind of daunting at first. Like, when you first... Oh, that's why. We still have quite a bit to go, actually. This here. We need... What? The orange? Yeah. Orange gel. Here. Like so. And now, I think what we have to do is basically, use this ramp over here, to launch ourselves. So yeah, this is definitely a case where I struggled with it a lot previously, so I kind of memorized how to do it, which actually means some of the tests that are a lot easier I actually have more trouble with because I tend to forget the stuff I don't struggle with more. But there we go. Not bad.
In case you're interested, there's still some positions available for that bonus opportunity I mentioned earlier. Again, all you gotta do is let us disassemble you. We're not banging rocks together here. We know how to put a man back together. So, that's a complete reassembly. New vitals, spit shine on the old ones, plus we're scooping out tumors. Frankly, you ought to be paying us. thank you. I can't believe I'm thanking these people. For staggering your way through Aperture Science's propulsion gel testing. You've made some real contributions to society for a change, and for that, humanity is grateful. If you had any belongings, please pick them up now. We don't want old newspapers and sticks cluttering up the building. For many of you, I realize $60 is an unprecedented windfall, so don't go spending it all on, I don't know, Carolyn, what do these people buy? Tattered hats? Beard dirt?
Elevator to the surface. Why do I think that's not going to work? Yeah, I can't get through there. So I guess we're going this way, through this door. Pump station Gamma. Looks like we're not getting there anytime soon because, the walkway's out. Except, we have portals, so that actually does make things a lot easier.
Carolyn, why do I know this woman? Did I kill her? Or... Oh my god. Look, you're doing a great job. Can you handle things for yourself for a while? I need to think.
Alright, so we are on our own yet again. And yeah, this is definitely one that's actually not that tricky, but for some reason, I have the toughest time remembering what to do here. I don't know if it's this exact room. I think it might be this room in particular that I, for some reason, can never remember how to get through. Like, it's not that difficult, which actually makes it a lot worse that I always seem to get stuck at this part of the game. But yeah, like, this isn't actually that difficult, and yet, for some reason, I always get a little bit tripped up by it. Okay, I remember now. And yeah, I can actually see why I get a little bit confused, because you're working with two separate areas trying to get to the exit, which is a little bit different from normal. Alright, let's see what all of those switches do. A lot of things, it looks like. Cool. Looks like we broke something. We cannot turn these off either, so cool. And we also have crushers. Neat. Looks like they're at least, like, slow-moving crushers, never mind. And on that interesting note, I think we're going to call things here for now. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Portal 2.